Ever caught yourself in the mirror and wondered, who am I? Or perhaps you've felt like there's a version of you, a potential, that's yet to be unleashed? If these questions spark a fire within you, then you've landed at the right place. Today, we're embarking on an intriguing journey, diving into the depths of the human psyche, exploring a concept that might just change the way you view yourself. Jung's individuation process, a journey to wholeness. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to unravel the mysteries of our inner selves, the uncharted territories within us. This episode is packed with unique insights, transformative truths, and eye-opening perspectives that could potentially shift your understanding of you. But don't worry, we won't spoil the experience by giving too much away. So buckle up. Get ready for a mental expedition like no other. And remember, this isn't just about watching a video, it's about exploring, learning, and most importantly, evolving. When we talk about the self according to Jung, we're not just talking about the you that you know from your daily life, the you that chooses pizza over pasta or prefers cats to dogs. No, there's much more to it than that. We're talking about a you that's a dance, a tango between the conscious and unconscious parts of your mind. You may think you lead the dance, but the unconscious mind has some slick moves of its own. Now imagine your conscious mind as a flashlight in a dark room. It can only illuminate a small portion of the room at a time, while the rest remains in the dark, unseen. That's where your unconscious mind resides. It's the dark room. Your conscious choices, the ones you're aware of, are just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath the water, the unconscious mind is like a silent puppeteer pulling strings. Think of it this way. It's like the operating system of a computer. It's always running in the background, unnoticed. But without it, you wouldn't get very far. And this unconscious mind, it's not just random. It's filled with desires, fears, experiences that shape who you are and how you react to the world. Jung was deeply influenced by mythology and culture in shaping his views on individuation. He saw patterns, similar stories that spanned across different cultures and times. You know, like that eerie feeling when you read a story from ancient Greece and realize it's oddly similar to a story from a different culture half a world away? Jung noticed that too and thought that there must be something to this. Now, here's something to chew on. Could it be that these myths and stories are reflections of our collective unconscious, echoing the same fundamental truths about human nature across the globe? Yes. Let that sink in. Jung saw the journey to wholeness as a process of integrating these conscious and unconscious parts of ourselves, recognizing the influence of our unconscious mind, and understanding its language of symbols and dreams. But it's not just about understanding. It's also about accepting. It's like standing in front of a mirror, looking at your reflection, and saying, yes, this is me. All of me. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's okay. Alright. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to take this journey one step further. We're stepping into the realm of the key principles of individuation. Don't worry. There's no need for a passport. Just an open mind. Now, let's paint a picture of the journey towards wholeness. This is the heart of individuation. Imagine you're walking through a dense, dark forest. This is the shadow stage, where every rustle of leaves could be a monster lurking. But it's not all so terrifying. These are parts of ourselves we've repressed or denied. The monsters are not so monstrous when we shine a light on them. Why are we afraid of the dark again? Moving forward, we come to a bridge. It's not a sturdy stone bridge. No, it's a rope bridge swaying in the wind. This represents the anima/animus stage, It's like walking a tightrope between the masculine and feminine aspects within us all. The bridge sways. It's unpredictable, just like the process of understanding our inner duality. Is it not curious how the journey within ourselves can feel so precarious? Next, we find ourselves at the foot of a great mountain. This is the wise old man / wise old woman stage. The climb is steep and the path is rocky, but at the top, a wise figure waits to share wisdom. It's like climbing Everest without a Sherpa. But hey, who said climbing your personal Everest would be easy? Finally, the forest opens to a tranquil lake. The water is so clear you can see your reflection. This is the self, the culmination of the journey. It's like being lost at sea and finally sighting land. It's not the end of the journey, but a new beginning, a new understanding of who you truly are. But remember, it's not a selfie-ready moment, but a moment of profound inner connection. Now, don't get me wrong, every stage has its share of potholes and stormy weather. It's not a walk in the park, more like a trek through the Amazon rainforest. There will be days when you wish for a map or a handy life hack. But here's the thing, the only navigation tool you need is within you. Now, isn't that a thought? Here's something a bit off the beaten track. Many people assume that the process of individuation is a solitary journey, but in my opinion, it doesn't have to be. Yes, it's an inner journey, but who says you can't have travel buddies? A trusted therapist, a supportive friend, or a wise mentor can be invaluable companions. So, we've walked through the forest, crossed the bridge, climbed the mountain, and gazed into the lake. What's next? Well, that's dreams and symbols. They are like the breadcrumbs Hansel and Gretel left in the forest, leading us deeper into the realms of our unconscious. But we'll save that for another leg of our journey. For now, let's just admire the view from here, shall we? Picture your mind as a cluttered attic, full of objects you've collected over the years. Each object, a symbol or a dream, holds a particular significance. That dusty old lamp in the corner? It's not just a lamp, it represents an idea, a memory, or a piece of your personality. And just like an attic, our unconscious mind is chock full of these symbols and dreams waiting to be dusted off and understood. Dreams, those elusive wisps of thought that dance around our minds at night, are like encrypted messages from our subconscious. They're like enigmatic postcards sent from the distant land of our inner selves. Is there anyone here who hasn't woken up and thought, "What on earth was that dream about?" But what if those dreams aren't just random firings of a sleeping brain? What if they're signposts, pointing us toward deeper self-understanding? And the symbols? Yes, the symbols. These are the sign language of the unconscious mind. They might appear in dreams or even pop up in our everyday lives. We might see a snake and think of danger, or an apple and think of knowledge. But these symbols aren't just one size fits all. They're tailor-made to fit the contours of our unique psyche. It's like being in a room full of locked doors and suddenly finding that you hold the keys. Does anyone here remember the first time they saw an emoji? Those tiny little symbols that have somehow become a universal language. That's a bit like what Jung was talking about. Only instead of winky faces and thumbs up, we're dealing with the archetypal images and themes that have echoed through human culture since the dawn of time. Now, I know some people might think it's a bit of a stretch to say our dreams and the symbols in our lives can offer us profound insights about ourselves. That it's a little like reading tea leaves or consulting a magic 8-ball. But think about this, our minds are like icebergs, with so much lying beneath the surface. So why wouldn't that hidden depth be trying to communicate with us? I mean, just for fun. Imagine if your dreams came with a built-in decoder ring. You dream of a mountain, and your handy dream decoder tells you, a mountain can represent a big challenge or goal. It's a cheeky thought, isn't it? And it's these symbols and dreams that, when we take the time to interpret them, can guide us towards individuation. They're like breadcrumbs leading us through the forest of the unconscious, towards a greater understanding of who we truly are. So let's think of this as an adventure. A quest, if you will. Just like in those video games where you have to find the hidden treasure or discover the secret code to progress to the next level. Only the game is our life. And the treasure, that's a more complete understanding of ourselves. The journey through the caverns of our unconscious mind, guided by the torchlight of dreams and symbols, is both an adventure and a path towards self-discovery. And as we unravel these inner mysteries, we embark on the path to individuation, becoming more authentically and fully ourselves. Let me leave you with a quote from Carl Jung, a man who dedicated his life to understanding the depths of the human psyche. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. This quote serves as a reminder that while our dreams may be a window into our unconscious, it's the introspective journey of understanding these dreams and symbols that truly awakens us to our individuality and potential. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Your open minds and curious spirits have made this a truly enriching experience. Up until next time, take care, and see you soon.